Thank you. So welcome everyone. I am Samantha Williams, the president and founder of CMWP Foundation, the Collaboration of Minority Women Professionals, and we are here through MetroCog, the EDA and DECD, to talk about digital strategies to elevate e-commerce and increase your sales. And our guest speaker today is Nova Raft with Nova Raft Business Advisors. And Nova will actually be back in September 20th, and we're going to be talking about online sales and marketing. So stay tuned to part 2 of this wonderful session. So CMWP Foundation, that is an entrepreneurial support organization providing targeted support for Black and Brown business owners. I like to say men, women, and children entrepreneurs, because we support those children entrepreneurs over here also. And this is our leadership team. I am Samantha Williams. Letitia.
Hi, I am Letitia Douglas. I'm the vice president and co-founder of the organization.
And Rand, there she is. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Randy McCray. I'm sorry, my video isn't on, and I am on the leadership team of CMWP working on strategy and operations.
Yes, awesome. So we have a 2-part prong over here. Most of you know us as the Collaboration of Minority Women Professionals. That is our membership-based organization. It is a collaborative sisterhood of like-minded women with the mission to increase the visibility, capacity, and business profitability of professional minority women. Our membership right now is $15 a month or $125 a year. Our ladies meet every Monday on Zoom for Manifestation Monday. The first Monday of the month is hybrid, and we are at M Activity in New Haven. Non-members are welcome to join us once a month. And then we have leaders like Kathy and Lindy who are welcome to pop in anytime. You got some wonderful resources to share or just to check in with the ladies. Come join us anytime at Manifestation Monday. Letitia, do you want to do this one?
All right, we have a number of partnerships that we offer our members. We have some amazing partnerships with 3 colleges within Connecticut that also, some of them also offer online programming. We have Albertus Magnus, Goodwin College, and Quinnipiac University. They offer between 10 and 15% off tuition. And Sammy, remind me, which one is also for
Quinnipiac.
Their family. Yes.
Quinnipiac offers 15% off for members and their family.
Yes. And we also offer a 1-year free membership to the Greater New Haven Chamber of Commerce, which is a significant amount. I believe it's around $450 a month for a year for membership. So we offer that. And then we have the Moment Factory, who is it's a event and co-working space that is owned by one of our members, Orlena. This is in West Hartford. So she also offers members a 10% discount on renting, 15% discount on renting the space. So these are just a couple of things that you get as a member of CMWP, and we're actively working on adding more partnership discounts. We also have a lot of events coming up that we're offering everyone. Our next event is actually an in-person event in Hartford. It's a minority business networking event in Hartford at the Wadsworth Museum. That's on Wednesday, August 30th. We have David Hopkins, who is the president and CEO of the Urban League of Greater Hartford, as our guest speaker. We'll have food, we'll have drinks, and we'll have lots of great local businesses. So join us if you can. Then we have our 3rd annual Queens of the Green golf tournament. That is a entry-level golf tournament for women. We have men as guides and leaders. We start with a golf clinic. So if you haven't golfed before, it's totally fine. This is the tournament to attend to get your feet wet. So we start with the clinic. Then we do 9 holes. We have a networking lunch, full hot lunch / dinner, raffles, and everyone gets a polo shirt with their entry fee. So prices are going up, and we're also offering childcare. So if you want to attend and your issue is you have kids that are not in school, then feel free to bring them, register them, and we'll have childcare available. Then we have another webinar brought to you by MetroCog. This is going to be Master the Art of Online Sales. That's Wednesday, September 20th. We're going to have another in-person networking event in Bridgeport. That's at The Gather. That's on Friday, September 29th. And we'll also have food, drinks, and great local businesses. And then we'll end the year with our holiday event. The date and location are still TBD. So if you want to register for any of these events, the best place to go is to our website, www.cmwpnetworking.com/events. All the links to register are there. We could also put it in the chat. You can go to our Instagram and visit our link tree on our Instagram page. You'll see the events there. You can follow us on different social media platforms. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram. Follow us there. You'll find everything that you need. And then this is just a flyer of the networking event and the golf tournament that we have coming up.
And the next webinar that Nova will be leading. And I believe that's it. Let me stop sharing my screen. Letitia, Zoom took away I can't find it. Can you stop me? Can you stop me from sharing my screen? Or Nova, can you start sharing yours?
Yes, let's see.
Did the wrong thing. Sorry, Sammy, turn your camera back on. I did the wrong thing.
There we go.
That's not the way. Okay. Uh-oh. Sorry, 1 second here. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Do you want to do a brief intro? We skipped that part.
Yes, I actually am. I have that on my next slide for you all.
Okay.
So hi, I am Nova. Thank you for coming to Digital Strategies to Elevate E-commerce and Online Sales. So a little bit about me. My name is Rhonda Nova Smith. My friends and family call me Nova. And so that's the name I go by in my business. I am a native of New Haven, Connecticut, and I graduated from Drexel University with a bachelor's degree in fashion design. I worked for Fortune 500 companies designing apparel for Nike, Ralph Lauren, Michael Kors, to name a few. I ended up transitioning my career into global manufacturing with exports, and working with new product development. And essentially, I started this company because I was advising, and that's what I've been doing my whole career as well. Also on the side of working full time and working with businesses to help them succeed and have business literacy. And so it was about this time to pivot from just doing contracting work to actually having my own LLC. And here I am in New Haven trying to build diversity and equity and inclusion here in the city of New Haven is really important for me to help to keep building my hometown and to let everyone know that if you have a dream, you can succeed. I'm here to show you how. And with Nova, it means light. And then Raft is basically a float. So at my company, we help you shine and we help your company stay afloat as well. So I know that we have an array of people who are starting up on this call and also people who are already existing business owners. So I like to give a little bit of foundation behind what I'm getting ready to talk about, just in case we have someone starting at the starting point. And I also have a little bit more in-depth detail for the ones that are already advanced. So in order to have online sales, you need to know the importance of your customer. So you need to dive into knowing their strategies. It's crucial to understand your target audience. You need to research their demographics, their preferences, like their buying behaviors. Oh, sorry. And also later on, I will discuss tools that you can use to help you determine who your customer is through Google Analytics, social media insights, a little bit of customer surveys, which will help you gather more valuable data so you can increase your online sales. And the better you know your audience, the more effective your selling strategies will be. So, understanding your customer, the art of selling involves so much and it's so detailed, but once you address your customer and their pain points, it'll make it a lot easier to maneuver in the business world of selling, whether you have a service product or whether you have a service or a product. And so by identifying what matters most to customers, a business can position their product or service as a solution that adds value to the customer's life and to their business. So when you're focusing on your customer demographics are, where do they live? Are they here in New Haven that you're trying to target? Are they in New York? Will they be in the tri-state area? Or maybe they'll be global. You need to know why your customer needs your product or service to help you sell online. Also, their pain points, a specific problem that prospective customers are experiencing, you need to understand what that is, whether it's financial, whether it's productivity, or some type of support. And through that research, your product or your service needs to make sure that you address and you solve their problem in order to create those online sales. So through research, again, identifying your ideal customer to understand your market through demographics and customer behavior and activities, all three of these are ways and a foundation to help build a successful business. Also, understanding your customers' needs, their pain points, and their product and or their service that you will offer them will help increase your customer base as well. And people are afraid to research their competition, and not meaning competition in a bad way, but someone else that has a product or a service like you. You can learn from them. You can understand if you have a similar customer, what will make their customer go to them. So you need to look at their price points. You could also look at their marketing strategies to understand who their customers are and how they relate to your customers as well. The New Haven Free Public Library actually has a database that you can go and use in their business development section, and they'll give you a website that you can access that will have information about, different companies and their customers, their marketing tactics, their price points. And it's a really helpful tool, and it's free as long as you have a library card. And when you take all of these actions, you will have brand recognition. And with brand recognition, that increases your customer sales. It also increases your loyalty with your customers. And when you have loyal customers, they will actually spread the word on social media or by word of mouth. Okay, so moving into websites and everything SEO. I know this could be a little tricky for some people, and some people may have or may have not built a website. I will try to break it down as easy as I can to help you understand that your back end of your website is really important also to your sales and how your SEOs connect your product or your service to Google. And at the end of all of these slides, I will stop and ask for questions if anyone has any questions. We probably only have time for maybe one or two, depending on the intricacy of your question. So here we go. So having websites that tailor to your needs are important to your customers, and also how your sales will operate. So website domains and hosting that's essential in order for you to have a website. And these are some companies that I listed here that will help you with the process of either working together with you, or you can work on your own to set up your website and your SEOs on the back end. And we have Sammy here as number one, okay? As 628 Digital Design, you can contact Sammy. Her information is there. I know she also put her information in her slides as well. She works with website design and she can help you also through this process. Google Cloud Web Hosting is another service. GoDaddy, you can create your domain name and you can host your site on there. Wix is another good website. You can do the same thing, and they actually have a little bit of a back end that includes AI to help you navigate building your website. And Shopify as well is another one. If you do have a product, Shopify offers products that you can just put on your website, and they're easy to load because they're already connected to the shopping cart and everything in Shopify. So with these websites and domain hosting, you can see which one tailors best to your product or your service. SEOs. Okay, here's the good stuff. So SEOs is about making improvements to your website structure and content so the pages can be discovered by people searching for what you have to offer through search engines such as Google. The simplest definition that I could think of an SEO, is how do you want to rank on Google, and how do you want to get the traffic coming to your site? And Google, yes, is just one search engine. However, Google captures 92% of the market shares for search engines, which would be really good for your business. So what does SEO mean? So S stands for search. Is what people do when they want to find an answer to a question or a product, or a question about your product or service that will meet their needs. E stands for engine. Is basically a site where a person can go and search for what they're looking for, such as Google. And optimization, it's what you do to get Google search in to connect to your site. Now, I know just looking at this, it may seem a little difficult, but by the time I go through the slides, everyone will have a clearer vision on how you can operate your SEOs. So your SEO will help you learn your audience as well. The better you know your audience, the more effective your selling strategies will be. So how an SEO works, like I needed to put it in a picture here so people could actually see how it works visually as well. So you create keywords for your product or your service on the back end of your website. Google stores it in its search results. People discover it and engage with your website through keywords that they type into Google if they're searching for a product. The more traffic you get, the higher Google will rank your website. Now, the more people that are able to find your website, it's easier to be seen and also to increase your customer sales, your customers and your sales. So visually, here is Actively Black brand. It's a clothing line, and I will explain to you how they use their SEOs. So SEOs are vital for increasing your online visibility. This happens on the back end of your website. So please make sure when you're creating your products and your service tags that you will hire 628 Design, and they will have you covered to help you with all this intricacy. So when people search, they start with a keyword. So for example, you see at the top here, it says a women's long sleeve puff print logo shirt. It is a long title. However, if someone types into Google, they're looking for a women's long sleeve logo shirt. And even if the words aren't in the same order, if someone put puff at the end, because this title is attached to this picture, that Google will then populate one of your images on their website, so people could actually see how many shirts are on the market worded this way. So whenever you go to shopping, I know everyone goes to shopping, they type something in, you click shopping on Google, you're able to see every other brand of black shirts with long sleeves, and you kind of filter through. So you want to make sure that your product descriptions are also just as good as your title. So when you're talking about this shirt, you know, what does it have to offer? You want to define it. So when you define it, it's moisture wicking material, it's premium, it's a 4-way stretch fabric, it's breathable, it's relaxed fit. So all of these product descriptions are linked to this picture on their website. So people are able to find the things that they are searching for through Google. And when you use high quality images and you link these words back to your website, the SEO will tag them correctly. And that way Google will be able to generate your images. The more, it's a little tricky. So people think the more descriptive and wordy your titles are, that will be better. But however, you just need to make sure you use those keywords that describe your product, but still easy to read when they come to your website, which will increase your online sales. So having a user-friendly website will gain customers and online sales as well. So a customer-friendly website, it's a user-friendly one. So I'm pretty sure we all have gone to a website and you find it easy to navigate and you make purchases in your products. I think Amazon has that down to a T. They made it so easy to just click find, buy, and it's to your house in 2 days. So you want people to be able to navigate your products and your shopping cart, which is important as well. You want your menu and your search buttons to be findable. So again, if someone is searching on your particular website now, they're looking for a breathable black long sleeve women's shirt, and those words are attached to those images that are descriptive like that, it will bring up all of those shirts on your website to be able to have your customers filter through them so they can make some purchases. And with your website responsiveness, do you have like, you know, your one touch button to scroll back up to the top? Do you have a quick view button where they do not need to click off of that product page and they can just keep scrolling? You need to make sure the zoom in and out also works, because these are all ways to make your customers more willing to buy your product the easier it is. You need to make sure your websites have fast loading times. How long does it take to click on a product? That could be a game breaker. Everything else could be right, but I'm pretty sure we've all been there with our cell phones and we're looking to buy something, it lags for a few minutes. We get distracted, either, you know, we're busy with our kids or someone calls us on the phone, and then you forget all about it because the website took too long to load. So you want to make sure that your customer is having a seamless experience to keep putting those items in the shopping cart to buy. Also, excellent customer service on the back end of your website and on the forefront is important as well. That can set you also apart from your competitors. When you provide multiple channels of customer support, such as live chat, email, you know, a phone number, and you address customers' concerns promptly and professionally, it will have a positive impact, and it can lead to more customers, more referrals by word of mouth, and that equals more sales. So if you are wondering about website design more and how do you find these SEOs and how can you get help, 628 Design, Sammy will help you with website design and more. So please contact her. A few other websites are Google Analytics. That is a place where again, where people will type in words in Google Analytics, and you can put this there before you do all of your SEOs to make sure your SEOs are what's hot on the market. And they will help you with that. And also Google Word Planner, they also search your competition for what words they are using, which is important as well, because if you have someone, and not competition in a bad way, but someone else who's selling the same product, it'll help you be able to be found at the same time as them. And also Google Business. So once you've claimed your business on Google, it'll appear on the maps, and you can add photos, you can add your profile to draw your target market to your website and to your business. And it's important for people to be able to find you in a search listing such as Google. So once you've claimed your business on Google, it will look like this: 628 digital design. Sammy has done a beautiful job here listing her business on Google. So this is what it will look like when you type it in. The top page will be her website. It comes up with her LinkedIn, her Facebook page. But if you look over to the right, you see a map there. That is where you'll be approved for your Google business. In Google, you'll be able to list your hours. And as you can see, you can schedule appointments with her. She has her phone number listed there. You can ask Sammy a question. You can look at the reviews. So having all of your SEOs will help impact, your customer database as well. And it'll also increase your sales. The easier it is for someone to find you and actually know what hours you are in the office. So another storefront is Amazon that you can also sell on. They also have a seller's app where you can go and look at products on there, but people are selling the same thing, and it'll give you a ranking of where those products are on the Amazon market. You can also create a storefront on Amazon as well. And it's sort of like your Amazon website. Amazon is actually on Instagram now. They have a whole influencers page, and you can also help push your sales through their Instagram page as well. All right, does anyone have any questions before we hop into social media?
I just want to say I'm so glad my Google My Business page was updated, and I had no clue. I was like, what do I have on here? But yes, it's important to have your Google My Business page together.
It looks beautiful.
Thank you.
I have a question.
I'm sorry, I can't see you at the moment because Zoom is out of my screen.
I understand. This is Babs.
Okay.
My question is, all right. My question is, I have two Google My Business pages. I would like to know, how do I put one of them out of operation?
So you have two Google business pages for the same business?
That is correct. At one point we were in Milford, and then we transitioned to New Haven. However, when Googling, we found out that there were two pages.
And do you have two websites that are connected to those Google accounts, or you just have one website and it's still showing up on the back end of Google?
I think it's one website now, but it's still showing up on the back end of Google.
Okay, I am not sure why that's happening. If Sammy or Letitia has the answer to that question, or maybe that's something that you need to reach out to Google if they don't, but if they do, please chime in.
So Babs, you have one website with two Google My Business, or two websites?
No, I have one website, but when you type in Arts in Connecticut, you can find us at the 64 Ridge and at the 351 McKinley. I only want us to be found on one location so people can stop going over to the other location.
So you should be able to go into your settings on Google My Business and remove the address. So you only want one address listed. So Google My Business allows you to have multiple business locations, because some people, you know, they do. But if you go into your settings where the map shows, you should be able to deselect the one you don't want to show anymore and remove it.
Okay, all right, I'm gonna try it again, because I caught myself doing it, but that was not working. So, okay.
Do that again.
But I'll try it.
Babs, if it doesn't work, call or text me. You call or text me all the time. Let me know if it doesn't work.
Okay,
Thank you so
thank
much.
you.
See,
Thank
there's
you.
628 design to get your digital design to get everybody's websites done. All right, let's hop into using social media to maximize your online sales. So with social media platforms, they are valuable for engaging with your audience on a personal level. By creating engaging content and interacting with followers and running contests and giveaways, you will build a loyal online community. These engagements will increase your following and it will increase your sales. And that's what we always want to do. We want more sales. We want those sales to go up. So some of the online social media platforms that you can use, I'm pretty sure you are aware of maybe some or most of these. So Instagram is one, TikTok, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, and LinkedIn. So Instagram is an online platform, well, it's online, but it's through your cell phone. It's a platform that allows you to sell your product as well. So you can connect your websites through Linktree, and people can go on there and still see everything about your business, see what's going on, and you can keep all of your following up to date through Linktree. So when you have your Instagram page, you want to use high quality photos. The better your photos, the better people are able to sift through them. I know there are programs like CapCut that'll do videos for you as well. And when you're working with reels, people love reels on Instagram. They're fun to watch. They're engaging. It's another way that your following can see what you're doing throughout the day. Also, when you hashtag, people can track your business through hashtags. And if people can track your business, you'll increase your online sales. So with hashtags, if you hashtag your business and someone clicks on it, it'll show all of the posts that you have under your business name, and people could also scroll through there. So again, the more people that have access to your business or your service, they will be able to purchase things from you. Instagram has a connect with your audience live. So if someone is making a hair care product, for instance, and they're in their kitchen and they're filling their containers and they're filling their jars, they're able to connect to Instagram live, and their community and their following will be able to see them in action. I think that through social media at this point right now, people love to see the back end of, what's going on in this business owner's life. How are they making these products? I think it's exciting. It connects you to them, and you're also able to relate to them through live. You can also answer questions that people may have as you're going along through the process. You're able to connect with people all over the world, which is amazing. And if you can connect to people all over the world, your online sales will be through the roof. That's what we're going for. But don't forget to also connect also throughout your neighborhoods and as well. And tag New Haven, tag Hampton, tag Connecticut as well in those Instagram posts. So for Facebook, they have Facebook Market where you can sell things as well, and you can pick things up from people. If you were just starting out, and you're trying to get your feet wet, trying to see, hey, do I really want to go into business? You're able to start there on Facebook, something really easy that you can do. You can also have a storefront on Facebook as well. And I think that Facebook demographics for age range, you know, there are certain demographics there with Facebook. If someone has a product, I think that they are looking to service maybe, you know, 40 to 50-year-olds or 50 to 60-year-olds and so on. I know that a lot of times they are on Facebook. I know my family members, they're on Facebook. They haven't transitioned over to Instagram yet, some of my aunts and uncles, but they love Facebook and they stay connected that way. So you definitely, it comes back to knowing your demographics and who your customers are, so they can continue to support you and buy your products or services. LinkedIn is it's like a service business. You can make connections through LinkedIn. So if you have a service business, I highly suggest that you get on LinkedIn. There are articles there that you can read about different services in the area. You can also post things, you can like things, you can repost as well. And it's a little bit more in-depth detailed about reading the entire article. They have hyperlinks where you can click on to bring you to read further about your business or whatever you want to learn about. It's also a great way to build your network because they have listings. If you know someone, they call it connection. So it's the first, second, and third connection. So if you see someone, you're like, oh, you know, Jackie knows, you know, John. And then you can click on her profile, and maybe throughout looking on LinkedIn, you recognize that, oh, wow, we went to school together, we worked together. So it makes those connections a lot closer than Instagram or Facebook. They're connecting people who have connections with each other. And it'll also help build your brand awareness. So building your brand awareness is key to getting customers and retaining them, to make sure, you know, they trust you as well. People like to buy from or have services from people who they trust. And if you see, oh, Jackie trusts, you know, let me see, Jackie trusts this hairstylist and she's on here and she's promoting her business, let me follow her. So it is a whole ecosystem working here together, which is really beautiful. So when choosing a relevant platform, you will engage with your customers, you will create content, you'll create giveaways, and building an active online community that will increase your sales. So you want to make sure that you are engaged with your community, you're engaged with your future and potential customers, you're still engaged with your current customers. And when people see your connectivity through them, they feel close. And again, it will increase your online sales. I'm going to take a moment to pause to ask anyone if they have any questions.
I just wanted to mention, when you mentioned you mentioned something about the pictures on social media, on Instagram, how they have to be clear. I have a client who just sent us 2 pictures to post on Instagram from an event they went to. And one of the pictures were extremely blurry. Like you can see the light streaks through it. And my creative operations manager told them the Instagram algorithm will probably shadow ban this picture and the next few posts that they put up, because they won't trust the quality of the images that they're posting. So we weren't able to post it for them.
Wow, that's real. Were they able to get you new pictures to post, or when you say that to your client, did they receive it? How did it go? Did they say, oh, okay, I'll send you new pictures, or did they think it was good enough?
They they were just like, well, what they said, my initial thought when I saw it was, ooh, we could post this one. This is clear. This other one, not sure about. And they said, well, I'll divert to your experts on your team and see what they say. So once they got our final decision, they said, all right, that's it. It's out. But it's like a learning moment for the client, because if we're getting their content to post on their behalf, they know it needs to be at a certain level of quality in order for it to be posted. Otherwise, it's a waste of time for everybody.
I completely agree. Thank you for sharing that story.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So we're going to move on to, which will bring me next to some Instagram posts from Sammy, because it's so thorough that I had to like screenshot and use her again in my next slide. So strategies to elevate your online sales. Excuse me. So when creating content, marketing your business, you should have a clear image of what your company does. So with CMWP, they keep their colors consistent. They have eye-catching photos, and that will increase your social media, excuse me, and your engagement on your posts as well. So here she has all the posts, you know, she keeps her colors, the green and the gold. It's very concise. Even in her reels, she has a little bit of the purple. I said green. That is not, I'm sorry, purple and gold. She even has the purple and gold on her reels. She even brought it down. If you look at the third level in the middle for the golf tournament, it even incorporates those colors whenever she's advertising and whenever she's marketing. So now people know, just with a quick glance, if they see the purple and gold, they know it's the CMWP networking.
I would like to just mention that, yes, that is courtesy of our 628 digital design social media team who's doing that, not Sammy. Sammy's not doing that. That is the 628 team.
There you go. See, even more of a reason why you need.
But Sammy is a stickler to making sure that we stick to the colors and the theme, and that everything kind of flows together, from whether it's social media, emails, everything should have the same look and feel with your colors.
That is that brand consistency. It's the brand consistency, authenticity. It goes across platforms.
It does. And
Thank you, Nova.
You're welcome. Oh man, this is great. So email marketing. I'm sorry.
I'm only saying this because on the Babs International theme, because my flag is because my colors have a international theme colored on the branding. There are times when my flyers, still inconsistent with my branding, will have certain colors. And not necessarily always one color, is because we still go along with the branding. So every time we see something, you will see the logo and the flyer itself, or the colors may change, but we're still inconsistent with branding of what we're doing, because I'm a stickler on that as well. So that's why I said that, because I know that she has the purple and gold on everything. But there are times where, when we change ours up, it's still in alignment, but it has different colors, if that makes sense.
That does make sense. And if your logo is consistent, that is perfect as well. You have to do what works for your business. And sometimes it's trial and error sometimes. So I tell people you'll pivot in business. You can't be afraid to pivot. So you may start out with your logo and your multiple color range. And then as time goes along, you may want to tailor it, for the next year to have a few less colors or maybe more. So it definitely is what works for your brand and what works for your branding, so that your customer base knows when they see it, they know that it's your business. And definitely keeping your logo consistent. I highly recommend that as well, because that's how people will recognize you and your brand. But if anyone needs help, again, Sammy's here to help as well. Did that answer your question?
Did that answer your question, Babs? Yes, she says yes. And I would say,
Yes.
I would say start to streamline some of those brand colors, because you lose your brand consistency and the audience will not understand that it's the same branding if you keep having different colors. So try to streamline them. And Dee Dee has her hand raised.
Okay.
I just have a very quick question. First, I just want to thank CMWP and everyone who organized this. And thank you very much. It's nice to virtually meet you. I just have a question about the slide that you have up now. I feel like when it says build a subscribers list, how do you re-engage lapsed subscribers? Because I feel like, we get into the analytics question, right? And I feel like, I know y'all know I got something important to say, and this is thus why I emailed you, because I only email you twice a month, unlike some other people that I receive emails from. And y'all really not gonna click on my links? Y'all really not gonna go through the time and artistry I took to prepare this? That hurts my feelings. And now I feel like to pull up on you to your house, right? And so do we remove subscribers? Do we start all over again? Do we say, I feel like I get not junk mail, but I feel like I get a lot of emotionally dishonest mail from people that are like, we noticed we've missed you and we'd hate to see you go, but since you don't participate and I'm like, oh, bye, unsubscribe, but I don't know. What do you have suggestions for? Because we have a list of 7,500 people and our click rate or open rate is still at 33%. And it's very frustrating because I'm like, why did you sign up to be notified of things we have going on? So I don't know if you have suggestions about that, but I feel like we do a lot of work with email campaigns, not so much audit, but it just not landing the way we need it to.
Okay, thanks for your question. I definitely will answer. I was moving to the next slide, then I took the question from the previous slide. So I will explain this slide and then I will answer your question. Is that okay? All right, so for your email marketing, it remains a powerful tool for diving into your online sales. By building a subscribers list, you gain direct access to customers' interests, their personal emails. You can include promotions, discounts, and you'll be able to channel conversations around your business to your potential and your current customers. So some of the mail subscription services that you can sign up for are MailChimp, Constant Contact, Flowdesk. I do know that MailChimp and Constant Contact, they do offer a free base service, but you also can pay if you are expanding your business, and they have different options for that. And Flowdesk is another one. So to answer your question, I'm sorry, I do not know your name of who just asked me that because I can't see my screen right now. So your question was, how can you have more engagement on your email marketing? And how can you get people to click? And why did you sign up if you're not, engaging in my content, right? And so with your email marketing campaign, it goes also back through everything that we talked about with social media, your engagement, your website. So you need to build some excitement. Not saying that you don't have excitement around your brand, but building excitement around your brand. So one way is through, for example, Instagram. People have on their countdown. So if you have, in 10 days, we're releasing something amazing. Please check your emails. Please open your emails. We're going to tell you what it is. Our brand is going through a change. We're offering a new product. We're getting ready to release a new service. And almost sort of like, Nike does. They have very detailed oriented emails about new releases and new release dates. So they keep their audience engaged. And that's a way to keep them engaged. So now they see your posts throughout your social media. When they receive your email, they'll be more likely to click on it. So they want to know, okay, well, she built up all of this anticipation around her brand and what she has coming out next. Let me click on this email to actually see what it is. And also, I'm not sure about, your layout. of your email. It needs to be easy to read because people are in such a rush now. If it's too wordy, people really won't spend the time reading it. It needs to be concise, straight to the point, visually stimulating as well, to capture their attention, to keep their attention as well. Also links back to, if you have a website, how they can find you is also another form of engagement through your email. And again, you can also just really make sure your subscribers list, they're staying engaged throughout all of the platforms. And you just keep building your subscribers list. I have received those emails as well saying, hey, you don't want to look at my emails anymore, like just unsubscribe and we'll see you later. So it's kind of like a marketing technique, because it's weird that sometimes you open those emails, right? You click on them, but you may have not clicked on any of the other emails they sent, but you click on that one where they're saying goodbye, right? And they may offer you a discount or percentage off. They may offer, just telling you briefly about the services they have. And then if you don't want them, then you can unsubscribe. But that's also a way of keeping your client, your customer base engaged. And it's all about engagement, and people are moving so fast today that you really have to capture their attention.
Yeah, and I love all of that, Nova. Those are great strategies. I also wanted to mention, Dee, 33% open rate is actually pretty good.
No, I know it's good, but it could be a lot better because of who I am and like what I do. And I'm not even being like, that's no cap. I'm just like, you signed up to read my stuff and you're not doing it. Like, I really feel like it should be, and I think that we should want that. We should be like, I don't know, me personally, I can't settle for 33%. I'm trying to be at like 62. Let me get 63 even. Like, that's what I feel like.
Dee, that's a lot. Okay, like if you were at a 62 open rate, that would be amazing. And we'd have you here teaching your own email marketing session. Okay. I do want to say you could also try A/B testing, right? So it's funny, A/B testing came up when we met with.
Okay, thank you for explaining it. Yep, hold on, I'm gonna listen.
Yes, when we met with Nova on Monday to discuss this, Letitia had mentioned the A/B testing, right? And so you're saying, why aren't people opening it? And sometimes it could be the subject. It could be the time of day that you're sending it. It could be the day of the week that you're sending it. So A/B testing will allow you to test out certain things, and you want to make sure that you're tracking all your testing as you're doing it, right? What happened when I sent it Tuesdays at 3 versus Thursdays at 4? Or what if I send it on the weekend versus during the week? What if I use these keywords? Remember, Nova was talking about the keywords in your SEO. Keywords mean everything in marketing. So what if I use these targeted keywords in my subject? What if I throw in an emoji? How does that change it, right? So there's a bunch of different ways that there's no right way. And do we still have Sandy on? No, she dropped. Dr. Sandy Webster grew a very large marketing agency and then sold it for like millions, right? So I was going to refer to her because she would know this information too. But there's no exact way to be effective in your marketing. It's all a trial and error. It's all seeing what's going to pick up with your algorithms, with your audience, with their buying personas and all of that. So sometimes it's just some testing you need to do. But when you get to 62, 63%, let me know.
Can I ask one more follow-up question? Because I just want to maximize my experience here. First of all, the fact that a Black woman is teaching this course, like I feel like the information is more easier for me to digest. So shout out to everybody that like made that happen, because whoop, child. I'm like, but my second question to follow up on that is, if I do the A/B testing, right? And like, I know I won't say everybody. People are looking to read my email because I send out a bi-weekly, right, email about like the newsletter, everything we have going on. And we're a national organization. So we share a lot of people's stuff across the country. But when I'm really trying to like send my product out, like I have a class that I launched with a pretty dope person, it's like crickets. Like, and then my 33% go down to 17. And I'm like, oh, y'all not funny. And I don't want to like mess the two up because I want the emotional integrity of what we are doing, promoting other people's items, right? To remain. And then I'm like, we need to promote ourselves too. So I don't know. And that can also be something I email later to y'all. So.
And Dee Dee, are you using segmenting when, like you say, you just want to send out for your product? Do you have a segment or a tag of people in your email list, of like a subset just for the product people?
We send it out to everybody because we're an equal opportunity. Get in here and take this class because you need it, because racism isn't over.
But we also know that everybody on your email list isn't interested in every single thing you have to offer. So
you're right. All right. All right.
I'm just saying, and I know that may be hard for you, Dee Dee. That may be hard to hear, but we want them to be interested in everything you have to offer, but you want to talk to people how they want to be talked to. All right, Nova, you got Della and Carla with their hands up. Let's go to Della.
Okay.
Okay, thanks everyone for having this. I'm kind of going to ask a question about like the Black experience since we're like in a Black space, but I hear everything you're telling me, and some of the things I've heard before, like about, I even have Constant Contact account and I have a website, but I have this like mental block where it feels like I am, like if I have to like talk someone into it or market to someone, that I'm somehow being deceitful or I'm trying to trick people. And I'm not saying that it's real or valid, but it does happen in my mind. So I find myself like avoiding marketing and avoiding like pushing it on people because I feel like they should just come to me if they want it. And I wonder if you could talk about that experience inside your head. Thanks.
You're welcome. So you're wondering how to promote your product without being pushy or feeling like you're overwhelming someone with your product. Is that my understanding?
Yeah, overwhelming. It's not overwhelming, but it's like there's like this notion that if they want it, they'll come find it, and I shouldn't have to like push it on them. And if I'm pushing it, then I'm doing something wrong.
Right. So without feeling like you're pushing your products on anyone, if you are across all platforms and you're posting across all platforms, I don't think anyone would say, you know what, she's pushing this product on me. I think when you are, I know when you are in business, you need to sell your product. You need to sell your service. If you aren't marketing your product or your service, you won't have any sales. So I would suggest just like, you know, sometimes you can't, to be real, you can't care what anyone else says or what anyone else thinks or what you may be thinking in your head, like, oh no, did I send too many emails? Did I post, you know, too many times? Maybe I should post, you know, 3 times instead of, you know, 5. You actually need to take a chance with yourself. You need to take a chance with your business. You need to believe in yourself. Once you believe in yourself and you believe in your product and or service, it will make it a lot easier to have those marketing skills and to be able to talk about what you would like your customers to purchase from you. If we look around ourselves, every day we are being marketed to. If we go to the grocery store, there are, you know, now 20 different water bottle brands that are sitting on the shelves, and people need to make a decision when they go into the store. You know, we have, you know, fast food restaurants here in Hamden. It's like Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King, Chipotle, and they're all in the same area, but they are marketing their product geared towards their customers. So someone who eats Wendy's may not eat Chipotle, right? So they know that and they understand that. So when it comes to your business, and that's why researching your demographics, researching, you know, your market, who your customers are vital to essentially also how you can market to them without feeling like, you know what, maybe they really don't need my product or service because, you know, I feel like they may not. But when you have that solid research, again, the library offers the free database so you can get some history and data on other companies to see how they maneuver in the market. So really just, it takes time, you know, just to be clear, it takes time to get comfortable. It takes time to know who your customers are. In the beginning, I always say I like working with startup companies all the way to about, 5 years. At the 5-year mark, a lot of times companies fail because they're not set up logistically and they don't have enough business literacy. And so with that being said, in your startup stage, you want to make all the mistakes and all the changes that you need to make. You want to learn your customer. You want to learn your marketing techniques. Don't be afraid to pivot. Don't be afraid to change. And I think being a business owner, it's a little nerve-wracking. Sometimes you're like, if I pivot, maybe, my customers won't follow me, or maybe I'll lose some customers. But you also have to change your mindset. If you pivot and you work on your marketing plan, and you may gain more followers than you even had. So always looking at the brighter side of business, which can be difficult sometimes. You just need to remind yourself, put a little note here and there to be able to do that. Because even in COVID, businesses had to pivot. So for example, grocery stores weren't delivering, as they were before COVID. Amazon was. And so Amazon stayed afloat. They were still delivering. They still had their services. Walmart wasn't delivering. So in order for Walmart to stay afloat, there we go with the Raft part, they had to pivot. They pivoted and said, you know what, we need to hire drivers. We need to make sure that we have shoppers that can come in, they can get our product off the shelf, and we can get our products to our customers. We can't beat Amazon prices, to make ours even lower, but what can we do? We can stay the same. We can make sure our shelves are stocked. Now, Walmart has taken up a little bit of the way Amazon markets, and now they open their website for everyone to sell on. So if you're a business owner, you can sell on Walmart's website. So in business, it's all about pivoting to make sure you stay afloat in business. If you do not pivot, and if you're a little too nervous to pivot, that could be, where your company can fail. And
I wanted to mention too, those people who feel like you are not being pushy, but why are you always marketing your stuff? Why are you always marketing your business? You send too many emails. Guess what? They were never going to buy from you anyway. So we get people who unsubscribe from our list, and me and Letitia say, Randy, we say people are going to unsubscribe. That's what people do, but those aren't your customers. And it's quite all right if they complain about how much like Nova said, you're in business. You are a salesperson. This is what you do. Somebody has to sell the business, the product, the service. And if people are complaining, that's not your client. Dee Dee says, so she got one more year to make mistakes. That's because Nova said most businesses, they fill within the 5th year. Dee Dee's like, she has one more year. No, Dee Dee, no. Get your 62% email open rate up. Year 5, year 6, okay?
I think it's also important to remember that because I offer a service-based, I'm a service-based business, right? So I have products or others on the side, but most of my customers are service-based. And I think about it this way, my client today may not be my client tomorrow, and the client today may not have been my client yesterday, because I am in a service-based industry where there's a lot of people who do what I do, but we don't all do it the same. And so I've come to embrace the people who use me today, right? And maybe they use someone else tomorrow, but because equally what happens is they use someone else yesterday and then they're calling me today. So I don't think you can always think about it like that's not my customer. They may be my customer today and maybe they're not my customer tomorrow, or vice versa. And then sometimes people go somewhere else and they come back. So I think it's just really important to make sure that your brand is something that unique and stands out and it's relatable to your customer. I think of a lot of times when I sit down with new business owners, they're doing something because it's something they like to do, but they're not sure if everyone else likes it too. So if you want to maintain your customer and attract customers, make sure you're solving a problem for them, because they'll not always have to come back to you to get that problem solved.
Exactly.
And the other thing, we have to remember the psychological aspect of marketing and why a lot of these companies are currently throwing their brand and their logo in front of us is because even though you're not their customer today, when you do need that service, your brain is automatically going to go to that company that you've seen more without even realizing it. So as much as it may seem like you are annoying people by constantly blasting yourself out there, it's needed. So when they do need you, you want your business, your company to be the first thing that pops up in their mind.
That's so true. It's all about staying top of mind. That's why I love email marketing so much. Email marketing allows you to stay top of mind. When people need your product or service, they're going to think of you. Dee Dee asked, did Carla have a question? Oh, okay. We covered it. We covered all the topics. That's what we do. All right. Randy, I'm going to lower your hand. All right. I think we're good to go, Nova.
Thank you for your questions.
Oh, wait. Della has a question.
Okay.
Yeah, my question is specifically about constant contact, or what's the other one I have? ConvertKit. If you have different landing pages, like let's say I have two, then is it sorting like two different email groups, or is it just because I have one account, I get one big list? I've been confused about that.
So I am not familiar with, you said ConvertKit?
Yeah, it's similar to Constant Contact, but
Okay.
it's a different one.
Okay, so Sammy, can you help answer that question for me, please?
I'm trying to break this down too. So you have two landing pages.
Technically, I have like 4 or 6, but I'm not sure if I'm just getting one big email list, or if like what you said, like how you can have like a sector of your email list, if each landing page.
Do you know the source that when people put in their email address, do you know where they're going?
No.
Okay, all right.
Well,
So you have Constant Contact and ConvertKit?
No, I have ConvertKit, but it's very similar to Constant Contact. And so like
Okay.
I'm an artist, so and I'm an author. So I have one landing page about like my book proposal, and then I have another landing page about my artwork. And so I'm just not sure if I'm getting one big email list, or if the service is keeping those two separate because they're two separate landing pages.
So you need to go into your ConvertKit form settings, and you want to see if you have a tag set up. So look at your tags. So when you go into your account, you should be able to find tags or segments, however they classify it. That's going to be your first indicator. So you may just have one big group and they're all going to the same one, or they may be going to different ones, but you won't know that until you go in and you start looking at your tags and you start looking at your form settings. So that will tell you where people are going. So when you go and look at your overall audience, so that's what it's called, is your audience, or all of the email addresses you have. You can see how many people you have in your audience and how many you have per segment or tag.
Okay, thank you. I'll look into that closer.
Okay, you're welcome.
Perfect. Thank you for all of your questions. Thank you for whoever, I'm not sure who said that they enjoy seeing all the Black women come together and teach this course.
Dee Dee. Thank you, Dee Dee.
Thank you, Dee Dee. That means a lot. All right. I see time is winding down, so I'm going to get through the rest of these slides and then we'll be able to take a few questions at the end. So utilizing paid advertising. So paid advertising allows you to reach a wider audience quickly, such as Google ads and social media ads, and they enable a precise target market by reaching your users based on their searches and their interests. Targeted ads also keeps your products in front of potential customers and increasing the likelihood of them buying. So for example, you have your Google ads, your social media, you have your website ads that can populate on different websites as well. And billboards, actually I thought about this like as soon as like last minute, because I thought to myself, billboards are now digital as well that can be used in this course. As we drive down the highway, I mean, they change really quickly, but it's still another digital option as well.
They're about 3 to 5 seconds that you're buying. But they have the metrics of how many views you get. So going down like 91, 95 connector, it's like 350,000 views or something you get. The other thing too are the mobile billboards that are out now. where people, instead of being stagnant in one location, they're like, we'll drive your advertisement to these different neighborhoods.
Yes, I've seen that advertising truck driving around the neighborhood with, the paid advertisements for the businesses in the area.
Yep. And those I think are a lot more affordable than the average billboard. Average billboard is usually about $3,000 to start.
Great. But making sure we get those advertisements in will help draw in, your new customers. I'm pretty sure we're all used to, well, those of you who have iPhones, I'm not sure about the Android users, but the iPhone users, you could say something in your house like, oh, I need to go out and purchase a pair of black leggings. And then you're looking on the internet and a pair of black leggings just shows up there because, Siri is always listening. But it's just like things like that, you might click on something like that as you're scrolling, and that will also get, potential customers to your website as well. And also utilizing QR codes. QR codes could be on any of your advertisements. If you have this isn't, well, it's not really paid, but if you have on a t-shirt and you have your QR code on the back and your business name, I've seen that. Out of all days, there's like a fly that came in here and bugging me, sorry. And your QR code's on the back of your shirt. Everyone has their cell phone. They can take a picture of it. It'll link to your website, or either it'll link to your business card. So that's another way to also get a little bit of advertisement in for your company. So customer reviews and testimonials are powerful. They display positive feedback from previous customers, which builds trust and credibility in your neighborhood, and assuring potential buyers that it's safe to purchase this product or service. Encouraging customers to leave reviews and displaying them on your website will greatly influence also your online sales. And you want to highly encourage, you can send out email reminders to let people know, hey, can you just please, leave a review? Can you please take this survey? It could be a few questions as a survey as well. If you do a review where they can type, you can just ask them, how was their service, along with selecting how many stars they think you should receive based off of shipping, based off of customer service. And so really getting those reviews. And I know it goes back to, emails and how many people are opening the emails if you send a customer review. I know Amazon is really big right now on when you purchase a product, they are sending you, hey, how did you like your product? How did you like your service? Can you please let us know? Because not only are they collecting data for reviews, but they're also targeting potential customers as well. So it helps the company on the back end of online sales. When you do partnerships and collaborating with influencers, whether they're your family or friends, they can help expand your reach and lend credibility to your brand. So just because your family or friend isn't like an influencer and has like 1 million followers, if they have a decent amount of followers and they can help you, it's all about collaboration as well, and creating those partnerships with family and friends to bring them into your brand, to have that brand loyalty as well. I know sometimes as people were saying, hey, my friends aren't clicking on these pages, my family, they're not clicking on my emails. Or you can partner with, people that you meet at networking events to also help with collaboration as well, because when you expand your reach, you're expanding your credibility. And those business partnerships are also highly important to help showcase your online sales and to bring in your content. That it's just like a whole ecosystem that continues to work here to make sure that people are buying your product or service.
Carla shared a fun fact. She said Amazon outperforms Google in terms of customer review searches.
Thank you for that fun fact. Look, I'm jotting that down. Or if you have a If you have a service-based business, so you won't be on Amazon, you really want to get those Google reviews in. And again, if they're better on Amazon for customer reviews and you have products, open up a storefront page on Amazon and start selling those products. So going into selling your products to make sure that you are getting these digital sales, you know, by offering bundle packages. If you're offering a product, you can offer package deals. You can come in with loyalty programs for your repeat customers. So having these things in place will increase the overall online sales. And this method can work best for, you know, product-based businesses. And subscriptions are also wonderful because it's guaranteed monthly sales. Whether you are a product or service-based business, subscriptions are great. It's a great thing to have in your back pocket. So, you know, hey, every month, you know, every, I don't know, 20th of the month, I will be getting $9.99 from these 10 customers. And if it's lower than that, it may be, you know, $5.99. But people tend to forget about the lower end subscriptions that they have, and they'll keep receiving packages because it's not a huge dent sometimes, depending on your market in their product. So those subscriptions, I mean, think as we all know, we probably had subscriptions at one point or another, and you remember when you see on your bank statement, like, wait a minute, I don't need this anymore. So just really making sure you're utilizing all those avenues as well. So again, the importance of strategies for digital sales. The importance of strategies for digital sales is imperative to have a successful business. You want to make sure you are bringing traffic to your website, that you are searchable with your SEOs and on your social media to build brand awareness. And when you do that, you'll start targeting your customers to make sure that you are still relevant and that you are easy to find. It'll help increase visitors coming to your page when you know who your customers are. And when your customers know who you are, your ranking, you will need that to build your community and to build your trust and your credibility to gain those sales. And once all that is said and done, the increase in sales equals more traffic, more customers to your site, and more clients or customers to purchase your products. And profit, profit, profit. As I went over everything through digital sales, if you follow these strategies and you tweak them to your needs or your concerns, you will have more sales, you will have more customers, you will have more recognition, and your branding will be solid. And you made it to the end. Congratulations. I'm going to give you a round of applause. You should give yourself a round of applause too for attending this event, learn how you can increase and maximize your digital sales. I hope you enjoyed this webinar. Thank you, Sammy and Letitia, for having me. Please feel free to write down or take a photo of the QR code, whichever is faster for my information. You can also connect with me on IG with Nova Raft Business Advisors. And we still have a few minutes left to open up the floor for Q&A.
Yes, thank you, Nova. That was an amazing presentation, covered all of the gems that we need, like you said, to get to that profit. So yes, any questions, anyone? You could come off of mute or you can put it in the chat. Did we cover everything? Remember, this is a safe space. You could ask any question. Going once, going twice. All right, Nova, thank you for an amazing presentation.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
And yes, this was great. Remember, Nova will be back on September 20th for part 2 of this, talking about marketing and to increase your sales. Della, yes, this is recorded. This will go out to everyone who registered in Eventbrite and also to our CMWP email list. Letitia put the link to our events in the chat. Please make sure you go to our website, you get on our email list. That way you can stay up to date with what we're doing. Next up, Letitia, what is the next event? You remember?
It is the September 20th. No, August 20th.
August 20th.
August 30th is our in-person event in Hartford.
That sounds right. That sounds correct. August 30th, we are networking with David Hopkins, president of the Urban League of Greater Hartford. After that, we have September 15th, Queens of the Green. Prices go up this Saturday to $175. If you do not want to pay $175, make sure you get your tickets before Saturday. Queens of the Green annual golf tournament. You do not need to know how to golf. We give you a matching shirt. You get clubs, you get a golf lesson, you get a swag bag, you get a networking lunch. And we get lots of alcohol and food. So it's a really great time. You don't want to miss it. Della, you have your hand raised.
Yes, I clicked on the link and found this event on Eventbrite, but now it says sales are closed, so I cannot register anymore.
For which event?
This one, the current one, the one we're in right now.
Oh, so you could get the recording?
Yes, because I just got here through an announcement on social media.
Oh, okay. So let me put our website. Hold on.
Or I can give you my email, or what should I do? Yeah.
Yeah, you put your email in the chat.
Yeah, if you put your email in the chat, we can put you on our email list. If you go to our website at the bottom of the page in our footer, you can put your email there also to subscribe.
Thank you. I'll do that right now.
You are welcome, and I'm glad to see our social media worked to get you here. At Gmail. And also the replays go on our website too. So after the event, the replay will be there. Nova, someone did ask about copies of the slide. We are sending a replay. Are you also providing copies of the slides?
I can do that, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Anyone else before we drop? Oh, wait, was there another? There is another email in the chat. Hold on. All right, I got your email also. Everyone else, before we drop, let me put this in the chat. We do have a public Facebook group. I will put our public Facebook group. Everyone is welcome to join that group. When ladies become members, we have a private member only group. But the public group, everyone's welcome to join. Let me go back over here. We got Samantha P, who is joining the webinar right now. We lost her. Okay, I think I got everybody's email addresses. I put the Facebook group chat in the link, and also the link to our website. Make sure you get on our email list, check out our events, and I hope to see y'all at the next. We got a whole lot coming in the next couple of months, so please stay tuned.
And we didn't, Lindsay, I'm not sure if you're still with us, but MetroCog is the organization, the Council of Governments from the Bridgeport area that gave us opportunity to present this webinar, the one we have coming up in September, and the in-person Bridgeport networking event.
Thank you, Letitia.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, ladies, I'm giving y'all back 1 whole minute. Don't waste it. Use it wisely. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you, Nova. Thank you, Lindsay.
Thank you so much. Sammy and Letitia, can you stay on for like 2 minutes?
Yes.
Okay.